Well, I got bad news, but also good news for all you Pickles fans out there. The game tonight between the Portland Pickles and the Portland Gherkins will not be played because of poor field conditions. However, we're, of course, the Portland Pickles. So,
Coming up to the plate for the Portland Gherkins, it will be first up will be Justin Herzog from Western Oregon University. Then from Temecula Community College, Colby Grace. Then from Western Oregon University.
Great content tonight. So this is how we're going to have things going tonight between the Pickles and the Gherkins in this home run derby. So we have we got 12 total players, as I'm being told. We got 6 Pickles and we got 6 Gherkins. And from what I understand right now, each player in bracket, each Pickle and Gherkin will go up against each other. And each hitter will get 2 minutes, from what I understand. Each hitter will get 2 minutes to hit as many home runs as they can. The winner, of course, will move on to the next round. And then eventually we'll have 2 finalists going at it in the championship round. So here we go. So this is who we got. For the Pickles, we got Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, Gabe Scoro, Max Shore, Ole Arnson, and Ryan Gardino. And for the Gherkins, it's going to be Justin Herzog, Colby Grace, Karan Mitsville, Matt Bergevin, Keanus, and Adam Stevens. You can see a little bit of the bracket there. You see Patrick Mouscot will go up against Justin Herzog at the top of the bracket. Tristan Gomes against Colby Grace. Gabe Scoro will show down with Karan Mitsville. Max Shore against Max Bergevin. Ole Arnson and Keanus. Ryan Gardino and Adam Stevens. So like I said, no baseball game tonight because of poor field conditions here at Walker Stadium, but we're still going to give you great content tonight. Home run derby between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Eric Kessler, by the way, is going to be throwing off the mound here for, I'm assuming, both teams.
Coach Gardino, how do you feel about this home run derby?
You see the Pickles players ready to go? That's going to be a fun night. And I feel bad for anybody here at Walker Stadium who didn't bring their glove tonight. They could have just stood behind the fence out in center field and definitely guaranteed to take home at least one souvenir tonight from this home run derby. As we continue to wait to get things going here at Walker Stadium, again, a reminder to all of you that we will be having baseball back here at Walker Stadium, knock on wood, thank you, tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch. It will be between the Pickles and the Gherkins, a makeup game from Saturday night when that game was suspended in the top of the 5th inning. And then on Thursday night, it will be the Pickles going up against the Portland Rosebuds in their first game of the summer. Of course, one of the new Wild Wild West League teams this season, along with the Willamette Wild Bills.
Number 22, Coach Taylor. Let's hear for Coach Taylor.
But instead, like I mentioned before, home run derby tonight between the Pickles and the Gherkins as we're still waiting to get underway.
Who do you got? Ole? Scoro? Who do you got? I got $100 on Moose right now. Let's go.
So again, to recap the rules, we got 6 Pickles and 6 Gherkins competing in bracket format. Each will have 2 minutes to hit as many home runs as they can. Still not sure who's going to kick this thing off. We're still waiting to, again, get things going in this home run derby.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break a vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
All right, we are finally ready to roll here inside Walker Stadium. And Justin Herzog for the Gherkins is going to lead things off. Again, each hitter will get 2 minutes to blast as many home runs as they can. Justin Herzog will be going up against Patrick Mouscot in this quadrant in the bracket. Herzog currently at Western Oregon University, 6'2", 190 pounds. He will step into the box to start things off here in this home run derby between the Pickles and the Gherkins.
Yeah, we're going. 2 minutes starting now.
And he is officially on the clock, and here we go. First one will go the opposite way. I don't think that's going to get enough distance there.
That's going to be playable.
So this will be really interesting to see who comes away with this. That one blasted, but that one's going to drift foul into the berm in right field.
On the berm.
Good rip there, but not far enough. And again, looking at the field dimensions here at Walker Stadium, you got 311 down the left field line. It is 335 to dead center. Herzog still looking for his first dinger. Again, 2 minutes for each at bat.
Base hit derby so far. Base hit derby.
30 seconds down.
Under a minute 30 to go here in the first round.
2 minutes.
Justin Herzog. This one driven deep into right center. Going back. And finally we get our first home run. Justin Herzog on the board. That one back. Gone over the scoreboard. And Justin Herzog, the hot bat, starting to get going for Herzog. 2 quick homers. 2 home runs for Herzog. That one into center. That's not going to be deep enough. A good rip there. Again, the walls in right and left center are pretty short. I want to say maybe about 3 feet high. So you can hit like a pretty solid line drive. And if it's a screamer, it could possibly get over the fence there. Again, 2 home runs so far for Justin Herzog. That one fouled the other way.
Herzog. He's got 2.
10 seconds left for Herzog. This one belted into right. And on the warning track. That one the opposite way. One last rip. So Justin Herzog will finish with 2. Two homers for Justin Herzog. And again, as I mentioned before, Justin Herzog matched up with Patrick Mouscot. Mouscot, of course, the former Portland Gherkin. Was the MVP for the Gherkins last season. And of course, the Walker Stadium faithful let out a big moose. And as I mentioned before, Patrick Mouscot led the Gherkins last season in hits, home runs, and slugging percentage. Was the MVP of the team last year. And here we go, 2 minutes for Mouscot. First time.
That was 2 seconds. The timer started.
High fly ball into right center. So to move on to the next round, Mouscot's got to get 3.
He's just turning it up. Let's go, Moose.
Slow start here for Mouscot.
Herzog concourse.
But again, it took maybe about, what, 45 seconds for Justin Herzog to get on the board. So Patrick Mouscot trying to get going after a couple swings. Here's a good rip, but that's going to be way short of the wall. Mouscot, by the way, still looking for his first home run of the season. That one deep into center, and that one off the top of the wall. That one so close from leaving the yard.
Didn't have the juice to get that one out.
This one lifted high into left center. And there's his first stinger. Mouscot on the board, 2-1 trailing. This one deep into left, down the line. But that will go foul. Nope, gone. Looked like for a second it was going to be foul. Tied up at 2. Mouscot just needs one more to advance to the next round.
40 seconds.
40 seconds to go. Of course, the pitching's so crucial in this home run derby. Got to give him some good meatballs. Needs one more. He's at 2 right now. Here we go. This might be it. Deep left center. And Mouscot is moving on to the next round with his 3rd home run, but he'll finish up the 2 minutes. He might get 4. Deep into left.
I have no idea where the ball is.
And there's another souvenir. So Patrick Mouscot will be moving on to the next round. 4 home runs for Mouscot as he takes down Justin Herzog, who finished with 2.
Patrick Mouscot, we'd like to hear, how do you feel about that 3 home run performance in the first ever Walker Stadium home run derby? Moving on. Well, I think I came out of the gates playing a little too long.
And like I said before, Patrick Mouscot still looking for his first home run of the West Coast League season. Maybe that performance right there and this performance in this whole home run derby can get him going for the rest of the summer.
Let's hear it for Pat Mouscot, everybody.
So Patrick Mouscot moving on to the next round.
Coming up to the plate next for the Gherkins, it's Colby Grace.
So now we move on to the next Gherkin in Colby Grace. He will be matched up against Tristan Gomes.
My goodness. Woo! All right, Taylor.
Grace currently at Chemeketa Community College down near Salem. First pitch opposite way. That might get out.
Colby Grace.
How about that? 1 swing, 1 dinger for Colby Grace. Going with the unbuttoned uniform tonight. A good rip there, but obviously not far enough there for Grace.
Let's make some noise for it, Walker Stadium. Yeah, he's got 2 minutes.
That one off the fist. High fly ball center field. That one's not going to get deep enough. Again off the fist. After a leadoff home run from Grace, still looking to add on to his total here. Again, 2 minutes for each hitter.
We're down to under a minute, folks.
That'll be a souvenir into the bleachers behind home plate. That one into the outfield. Grace looking to get back into a rhythm here. This might clear the wall, right center. That one just misses.
Seconds, 10 seconds.
10 seconds to go for Colby Grace. Into center field. Last swing here. And that one off the fists again. So Grace comes away with 1 dinger. And he'll be matched up with Tristan Gomes.
No, that one didn't go over, I don't think. The first one. Is it 1 or 0? 1? Zero? The Commissioner Ross says that was a 0 for Grace.
Oh, man.
That makes it, and Moose had 3, right? So it's 3 to 2 total.
Who's at 4?
This time. He's got Dylan T. Pickle on his side. What else could you want?
Well, now they're going to say Colby Grace didn't have any.
Portland Pickles, it's Tristan Gomes.
Definitely looked like that first swing cleared the yard, but
Yeah, the official score right
according
now
to the
is
officials,
2 to 3.
they said that didn't go over, so.
Moose had 3.
And they're also going to say a home run from Patrick Mouscot didn't go over the wall, so. Mouscot's still moving on, by the way. So that brings up Tristan Gomes, who just needs 1 home run, apparently, to move on to the next round.
Gomes. Yeah, the timer is going. It only starts actually on the screen after 1 minute. We don't have the technology yet. We're going to start it over right now. Yeah, just go. Don't worry about the clock, Taylor. Just pitch it.
So Tristan Gomes now
Heads up, Berg.
just finished his freshman season at Cal State Fullerton.
Gomes.
That one deep into right center. That one just short.
Close.
A good rip there from Gomes. That one also short.
Tristan.
And the number 1 player in the state of Nebraska might have it here. Nope, that one's short. As I mentioned before, a tremendous talent coming out of the state of Nebraska. That one back into right. And he'll be moving on to the next round. So Gomes on the board with his first dinger.
Yeah, he has officially moved on to the next round. But let's see what he can do.
Trying to add on to that total. But again, we hear it every single year in home run derbies. You know, how much energy do you want to waste? And you see Tristan Gomes right there.
Tristan, go.
Maybe wants to save himself for the next round. Don't want to waste all your energy in the first round when you already have advanced.
Tristan Gomes, you got 1 home run on that one. How do you feel about it? About round 2, you're going to have to speed it up for round 2. What do you think?
So he'll be matched up with Patrick Mouscot, who is also heading to the second round.
Is that what we're doing? All right.
Still one more showdown to go on this side of the bracket.
Gherkins, it's Mitsville.
Curran Mitsville.
Heads up.
We'll get things going for the Gherkins as he'll be matched up with Gabe Scoro.
If I get injured during this, it's going to be very upsetting.
Be careful down there, Jeremiah.
There's a lot of testosterone going on.
Now, I was going to say, the Pickles and the Gherkins players better be careful down there on the first and third base sides. We're not using the cage here, as that one is deep into right. Just short. Mitsville, good rip into opposite way. That one just short of the warning track.
Save your life.
Good rip into center, but obviously not deep enough there. Still looking for his first long ball. Mitsville, good rip, but that's going to be short.
1 minute left. 1 minute.
60 seconds to go here in this round for Mitsville.
Heads up. Souvenir. Oh.
40 seconds on the clock.
I gotta say this, he's had a lot of really good rips. That would be good for like doubles and triples, but still looking for the first dinger. That one also short.
Warning track power.
20 seconds.
Under 20 seconds. Opposite way, not going to be deep enough. Last chance here. One more pitch. One more pitch here. That might clear the yard. Deep center field. Gone! How about that? Coming through on the final pitch. One home run there.
One more time.
So Mitsville gets one, and he'll be matched up with Gabe Scoro. Mr. Pickle himself, looking to have a big at-bat here. And you know the Pickles fans here are going to make noise for Gabe Scoro. Again, in his 4th summer with the Pickles. Needs 2 to move on. Here we go. 2 minutes underway. That one high and tight. That one belted into left. And that one into the trees. 1-1. Just needs one more to advance to the next round. That one off the fist. Deep left, and Scoro is second round bound. So Scoro moving on, looking to add on to his total here. That one opposite way. So every single pickle on the left side of the bracket is moving on. That one down the line. Foul. And Scoro's done. He'll also save his energy for the next round.
Gabe Scoro, how do you feel about your performance in the first round?
So Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, and Gabe Scoro all moving on to the second round in this half of the bracket. All Pickles so far. The Gherkins still looking for their first player to advance to the second round. Matt Bergevin will look to do that. Matt Bergevin currently out of Santa Barbara City College. A big bat in this Gherkins lineup. 6'4", 225 pounds in the box. He'll face off against Max Shore. 2 minutes underway for Bergevin. This one absolutely smashed to left. And that will leave the yard. Bergevin on the board. Liner right at the Pickles down the third base line. Gotta stay vigilant down there, guys. Bergevin tees off on that one. Make it 2 for Bergevin. Bergevin, can you get one at the deepest part of the ballpark? No. That one off the top of the wall. He may get 3 here. That one's gone over Dylan T. Pickle out in outfield. Can this be 4? 45 seconds left. Bergevin. I was just about to say, he was feeling it. He's got 4. Bergevin, back. That one off the wall. 30 ticks to go for Bergevin. Bergevin putting on a good showing so far. 4 dingers. Looking for number 5. Deep into left. Bergevin flies away into the night. 5 home runs for Matt Bergevin. Oh, with the bat flip, too. Bergevin with an impressive first showing there. And Max Shore is going to need a big round here. He's got to get 6 to advance.
Let's hear for Max, everybody. He's a little intimidated. He's also really jacked up right now, is what he just said a minute ago. He's had some Red Bulls.
And we talked about it with Tristan Gomes just a couple minutes ago. Max Shore, a lot of potential, about to start his college ball at San Diego. Regarded as a top 50 prospect in the incoming freshman class in the entire country. A lot of power in the box for Max Shore as he gets the 2 minutes going. Opposite way into deep right center. That one not far enough. Again, has to get 6 to make it to the next round as the Gherkins looking to send one of their guys to the second round. We've had 3 Pickles so far. Can we finally get a Gherkin into the next round? Is this his first home run? Nope, short, just in front of the warning track. To the deepest part of the field. Also on the warning track. Shore just needs a little bit extra muscle here in this round. Again, he has a lot of power. He's shown it in his high school days. Just over a minute to go. Sure, this one belted.
You got 1 minute, man.
Well, it looked like it from this vantage point at least. That one skied a mile high. Sure, that might get over.
Oh,
Just foul.
40 seconds.
40 seconds to go.
Get all the rest out, Max. Don't worry.
He's got a lot of work to do. Over 30 seconds to go. Still looking for his first dinger. Sure, down the line.
15 seconds.
15 ticks left.
Let's get 1, Max. That could be.
That might leave the yard. Into left center. Nope.
Warning track.
Just in front of the warning track. And it looks like Matt Bergevin is going to move on to the second round. So Matt Bergevin.
You had a tough draw, buddy. You want 2 more minutes? I gotta give it to my opponent. Great job.
So Bergevin moves on, 5 home runs. Max Shore not able to get on the board. So we have our first Gherkin advancing to the next round.
Let's hear it for Max Shore. Get him. He needs a little bit more Red Bull next time. We got
So the next Gherkin coming up, Keanus.
We got 2 more rounds.
2 more rounds.
Next up, for the Gherkins, it's Keanus.
We got a lefty. I'm gonna go in the dugout.
So one half of the bracket was all Pickles. We'll see if the Gherkins can make the second half of the bracket all Gherkins. As the 2 minutes are underway. Keanus, another product out of Chemeketa Community College. Outfield being consisted of other Pickles players. It's too bad we didn't organize this way ahead of time. We could have had like local Little League teams or summer ball teams come out here and shag fly balls in the outfield like you see in the Major League Baseball Home Run Derby. I'll tell you what, speaking from experience, that's a memory that will last a lifetime for those kids. Keanus still looking for his first home run as we're under 60 ticks. This might be his first one. Into left, and there's a souvenir as he's on the board. That one sliced foul. 30 seconds to go. Screamer into left. Again, those screamers can have the potential to get over the fence. This one, foul. With how short those walls between the foul pole and left and right center are, a hard hit liner like that has the potential to get over. Keanus, that one blooped sky high. He'll get one more pitch here. Can he make it two? Skied into left.
Let's hear it for number 24 on the Gherkins.
Still never got a... Oh boy, here we go. Dylan T. Pickle. Dylan, if you could get at least one. If Dylan, I'll say this right now. If Dylan T. Pickle can get one home run, I will buy him a burger and a hot dog tomorrow night. I really mean that. I want to see him go yard. You still got a minute 40 there, Dylan. You would think with a 7-foot Pickle, he would have the muscle to jack one out. But from what I've seen so far, doesn't have a very good swing. No offense to Dylan. Unfortunately for Dylan, there we go. I was just going to say he hasn't made contact yet until then. That's not a home run there, Dylan. And now we're going to get Lil P.
In a million years, Rob. Let's hear it. Now it's got mud on it.
All right. Same challenge to Lil P. If he can hit one out, I will buy him a burger, a hot dog, and a soda of his choice tomorrow. I really do mean that. Again, Lil P's got some power on him, too. But again, you got to have a good swing, too. You can't just have the muscle. You got to be fluid. Oh, no! Lil P has been exposed! And he runs away in embarrassment. Almost broke kayfabe.
After dark, this could never be spoken of again. Oh my God.
Oh
What
man.
happens when the rain out comes and we don't just go home? Only bad things happen. Oh my God.
Oh, the hijinks that happens when there's not an actual baseball game being played. All right, back to action here in the Home Run Derby. You want to talk about a big bat in the box. Ollie Arnson. I can't believe Lil P's head fell off. Arnson. First pitch as the 2 minutes are underway for Arnson. Arnson with one dinger so far on the season. And again, he swings a big bat coming off a tremendous campaign this past season at SIU Edwardsville. 11 dingers on the season. Is regarded as the biggest batter in Pickles history. 6'4", 250 in that box. 80 seconds to go. Arnson still looking for his first homer. Arnson out in front of it. There we go, Arnson. Into left, and he's on the board. That one deep into right center, but not going to be deep enough. That one hammered into left center. Two for Arnson. That one heading our way towards the press box. Arnson. Deep into left. Showing the muscle there. 3 big bombs from Arnson. And Arnson will be moving on to the next round. And now I'll bring up the final matchup of this first round. It'll be Ryan Gardino going up against Adam Stevens.
Yeah, you did great. And Jensen, hopefully you get together. We're really counting on you, John Jensen.
So again, to go over the rules again, we'll have 6 players moving on. And so far in bracket 1, we got Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, and Gabe Scoro moving on, all Pickles. As Adam Stevens will get going in his first round. Matt Bergevin and Ole Arnson moving on. Bergevin, the only Gherkin to be moving on to the second round so far, as Adam Stevens is looking to make it 2. That one a good rip into left center, but way short. And Stevens has had some good rips early on, but just not deep enough yet. That one into left. That one hits off the base of the wall. .110 to go. And I know it's been said for years, but this format for home run derbies is extremely welcome. No question about that. A lot better than when each hitter would get 10 outs. I mean, you just see how exciting, how much more exciting a home run derby can be. As Adam Stevens is on the board with his first home run. 30 seconds to go. And again, just makes home run derbies a lot more exciting. No question. We've seen it in the MLB every All-Star weekend as Stevens tees off on this one. That one into the trees. 2 on the board for Stevens. That one high in the sky. That's going to be short. That's a good rip into left center. That one off the wall. 2 for Evan Stevens.
Let's hear it for Adam Stevens, everybody.
And then I'll bring up Ryan Gardino for the Pickles.
John Jensen going back on the bump for Gardino. Gardino! John Jensen says he needs some balls, everybody.
Ryan Gardino currently at Wofford. Very strong hitter. Don't let the stats from this past season fool you. Only had 6 at-bats this past season at Wofford, but before that, he was hitting .415 at Santa Barbara City College. All 8 games that he played, he led off in that order. So another solid bat for this Pickles lineup. As the 2 minutes are underway for Gardino, as we wrap up the first round. Needs 3 dingers to move on to the second round and join Ole Arnson and Matt Bergevin in this side of the bracket. Gardino with a slow start here. That one skied, but going to be short. And by the way, shout out to all the Pickles, and I should say Gherkins fans too, who stayed here. Obviously, I'm sure it was maybe a little disappointing to not get a full baseball game tonight as Gardino rips that one, but that's going to drift foul. No baseball game being played tonight, but obviously stuck around, and all of us here at the Portland Pickles organization make their worthwhile. That one ripped into left, but way short. Gardino, this might be his first. That one over Dylan T. Pickles' face in left field. Needs one more to tie. And by the way, and he's got it there. 2 home runs, 1 more to go to the next round, over 30 seconds left. And by the way, we haven't gotten a ruling yet on what happens if there will be a tie. That one to the left, that one short. Under 30 to go. This one belted into left center. Gardino pointing at it, looking to go over. There it is. Ryan Gardino takes down Adam Stevens 3-2. So we have our 6th set who is moving on to the second round. We got Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, Gabe Scoro, Matt Bergevin, the only Gherkin to advance to the second round, Ole Arnson, and Ryan Gardino. So as we move on to the second round, same thing, 2 minutes for each hitter, but this time it's going to be one side of the bracket. The best, whoever hits the most home runs out of the 3 hitters on one side of the bracket moves on. So obviously, Mouscot, Gomes, and Scoro, whoever gets the most home runs out of those 3 will move on to the championship round. A thrilling home run derby so far. I gotta be honest with you, this has been so exciting. I hope I don't lose my voice for tomorrow, because obviously we still got to be back here tomorrow for Pickles and Gherkins, and then Thursday night, Pickles and Rosebuds. So I hope my voice isn't hoarse tomorrow night on the broadcast. So again, going over it, the second round will be Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, Gabe Scoro on one side of the bracket, Matt Bergevin, Ole Arnson, and Ryan Gardino on the opposite side of the bracket. And don't tell me Lil P's going to pitch now. Because I'm just saying, Lil P, we just saw how, well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to mince words with you, how poorly you swung the bat a second ago. I can't imagine that your pitching's probably much better. Of course, I'm just playing with Lil P. It's all in good fun here. So again, second round about to get rolling. As we wait to see who will get things going. 5 Pickles and 1 Gherkin advancing to the second round. And again, as I mentioned, perfect time to remind all of you that we will have an actual baseball game between the Pickles and the Gherkins tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch. Well, Ross Campbell just said, you know what, maybe we'll just do this again tomorrow night. No? We got to play ball tomorrow. So again, 7:05 first pitch tomorrow night between the Pickles and the Gherkins. And then on Thursday night, it is going to be the season debut of the Portland Rosebuds when they take on the Portland Pickles. Of course, it'll be baseball history night with the Portland Rosebuds returning for the first time since the 1950s. It's going to be a fun night here at Walker Stadium if you're an old-time baseball fan. Well, not just if you're an old-time baseball fan. If you're just a baseball fan in general, we encourage you to come out here to Walker Stadium for some great baseball action. So again, waiting on the second round to get going. Here in this home run derby between the Pickles and the Gherkins, you see the semifinalists right there. Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, Gabe Scoro, Matt Bergevin, Ole Arnson, and Ryan Gardino. As we continue to wait for the second round to get going. And again, shout out to the Pickles and Gherkins fans here. Doesn't matter whether we're playing a baseball game or a home run derby, you know Pickles fans are going to show up here at Walker Stadium. A tremendous fan base as always. Obviously, we've known that for the entire time the Pickles have existed, but obviously they continue to be tremendous. Every single home game, even road games too.
All right, we're ready for round two.
And it looks like we are about ready to get rolling with round 2.
All right, let's do this. There. Let's go.
And it's going to be Patrick Mouscot, I believe. I think that's what I just heard. Who's going to start things off here in round number 2. And while we wait for the second round to start, a shout out to all the Pickles interns, the front office, whatever, because if you would have saw the field probably about an hour before the game was supposed to get going, I mean, there were lakes in the infield. They did everything they could to dry it up, to get the water out of the infield. There were vacuums, there were giant sponges, whatever, and they did their best, no question about that. So a shout out to everybody out on the field. So here we go. Patrick Mouscot had 4 home runs in the first round. That one into left. Mouscot ripped. That one short. Again, whoever has the most home runs on this side of the bracket between Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, and Gabe Scoro will move on to the finals. Mouscot a little slow out of the gates. Does he prove me wrong here into left? Foul. That one deep into left center. No. Under a minute to go. Lifted into left. That one on the warning track. After a solid first round, Mouscot looking for a big performance here in these final 30 seconds. He might start with it here, deep into left. And that'll be a souvenir as he's finally on the board with his first dinger. That one foul.
5 more push-ups, Pat.
10 seconds. Last swing here for Mouscot. We'll give him another one.
That's time. Time's up.
That one belted into left.
Sorry, Moose. Sorry, man. Life's rough. You're not going to win this argument. I'm not afraid of you.
And Mouscot only with one.
Moose got one. Who's next?
Tristan Gomes will step in.
Whatever. It's a league game, Smokey.
We got Tristan Gomes up to the plate.
Only one dinger for Patrick Mouscot. Ryan Gomes, or Tristan Gomes, excuse me.
We might need some folks to shag some balls.
We'll have a little bit of a break in action as
Go do it, Jeremiah.
There are rules.
the balls are going to get tracked down in the outfield. Like I said before, it's too bad that this wasn't organized much earlier. You could have had like little league players or little kids shagging balls in the outfield like you see in the home run derby every year. Or you could at least get a couple more Pickles out there.
Pickles pitchers, little help, Pickles pitchers. I know you guys are busy doing nothing. So help them out.
Just as a reminder, Walker Stadium, we have Gomes up to the plate, then we'll have Gabe Scoro.
And then Tristan Gomes
Those three moves on to the final round.
looking to get into the final.
Only 1 minute in the final, right?
And as I mentioned before, the #1 rated prospect out of Nebraska, he could have followed his older brother Colby to play for the Gorn Huskers, but instead made his way to Southern California to help get the Titans of Cal State Fullerton back to Omaha in the College World Series, where, of course, he grew up.
It's Megan's birthday, and she said
Yeah, you want to talk about a great story that would be if Cal State Fullerton is able to get back to Omaha and Gomes was playing in the College World Series over at TD Ameritrade Park. First pitch, ripped. That one short. Would be a great story for Gomes. That one deep into right center. That one off the wall. Gomes into center. Doesn't look like it's going to be. Does he prove me wrong? Nope. Off the wall. That's going to be a souvenir. And again, even you have those new protective nets down there, down the right field and left field walls, like you're seeing more of at MLB stadiums. You still got to be aware. Gomes. That one will. Foul. That one will short. That'll one hop the wall. 40 ticks left. Gomes has got to get at least one. Does he get it here? Deep.
Heads up, Herb. Oh my God, that guy almost died.
Gomes. Look out, Dylan T. And by the way, they gave Patrick Mouscot an extra home run, so he has 2. So Gomes has got to get at least 2 in these final 22 seconds. Gomes. That could deep into right center. Off the wall. Last swing here for Gomes as his night is done. That is belted. Someone better alert PDX because that was heading out towards that way. That one was absolutely crushed.
You got 2? All right. So I guess he's tied. Moose cheated. I guess they're tied at 2.
Well, I thought he had 1, but apparently he had 2. But they're going to give him 2, so him and Mouscot are tied with 2. We're just having fun out here. So Patrick Mouscot and Tristan Gomes both with 2. Gabe Scoro needs 3 to move on to the finals. And again, like I mentioned earlier, we haven't gotten any rules or any way to decide if there's a tiebreaker here.
Then he goes on to the next round. He'll be in the finals.
It's a 5-swing swing off. It's a swing off.
It could, okay, it's a swing off. Got it. So apparently, if there is a tie, there'll be 5 swings for each batter.
20 minutes, $1 off picklebacks. Only if Gabe Scoro gets 3 home runs, though.
So Gabe Scoro will step in. Here we go, as 2 minutes is underway. Scoro with 2 home runs in the first round. That one absolutely crushed into left. That sails into the trees out there in left field. Slice the opposite way. Scoro skies one. Will it be deep enough? Doesn't look like it. Deep center field for Scoro. Off the base of the wall. Over a minute to go here in round number 2 for Gabe Scoro. Under 60 ticks left. Little deja vu. Belted into left for Scoro. Needs 1 more to move on to the final. With 40 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go as they're running out of balls, and that one off the pitcher's net. "20 seconds away from having a potential swing off here in the second round. Scoro needs 1 more to move on. Couple swings left. Scoro trying to get 1 more in here. Scoro, that one's short. 3-way tie with 2 apiece between Patrick Mouscot, Tristan Gomes, and Gabe Scoro.
They each get 30 more seconds. But we have no more baseballs.
And it looks like instead, each player is now going to get just 30 seconds to decide who moves on to the championship.
All right, Moose, you're up. You get 30 seconds, buddy.
We'll start with Patrick Mouscot. 6 total home runs in this long ball competition so far for Mouscot.
Let's hear it for Moose, everybody. Ooh.
After collecting balls, we're ready to roll. 30 seconds again for each hitter here in this side of the bracket. You gotta take your swings here with only 30 seconds. Down to 5. One last rip here for Mouscot.
All right, 0 for Moose. Heads up. That was into the...
So no dingers there for Mouscot.
All right, Gomes.
Tristan Gomes up to the plate. You got
30 seconds now for Tristan Gomes.
Seconds on the clock.
30 ticks for Gomes.
Back on the bump. Here we go. Starting now.
Gomes hits one high into right. Foul. Foul ball. That one into the berm. Gomes. Who's moving on to the next round? Gomes ripped, but foul. All right, Gabe Scoro just needs one long ball to move on to the final.
Mr. Portland Pickle himself.
Now here's my question. If Gabe Scoro doesn't get one here, do we just do 30 seconds over again? I guess we'll find out here. Scoro, that one will go foul. "20 ticks. Opposite way, but that's not going to get deep enough. Scoro gets one high, but that one also not going to be deep enough. Scoro hits one high, deep in the left. And Scoro is moving on to the championship round.
Way to go, Gabe. You guys are gassed, man. You're working hard. Making it look easy.
Gabe Scoro moves on to the championship round in a swing off.
Round 2 coming up.
So now we go to the other side of the bracket. Matt Bergevin, the only Portland Gherkin to move on to the second round, will step in. Had a very impressive first round with 5 home runs. He will go up against Ole Arnson and Ryan Gardino.
Make some noise, Walker Stadium. Get going.
2 minutes on the clock, and we're off and rolling. Bergevin with a good rip into left, but just short. Another good liner there from Bergevin. A strong bat in that Gherkins lineup. That one belted, but that will go foul.
Heads up, Bird.
Bergevin opposite way. Not deep enough, it looks like. Yep.
That's gone.
That one absolutely ripped to left. And Bergevin has his first home run of the second round. This looks like it's going to be two deep into left center. That one off the top of the wall. That one will stay fair. Two on the board now for Bergevin. Just over 30 seconds to go.
30 seconds.
Good rip there. Two home runs here for Matt Bergevin. That one into center. That one short. Down to 5. Last swing here for Bergevin. Off the end of the bat. Does it have enough juice? No. I think they're arguing that should have been a home run. They're calling for interference out in left field. They're going to give it to him. 3 home runs for Matt Bergevin. Another solid showing. So Ole Arnson had 3 dingers of his own back in the first round. As we're back to picking up the balls here at Walker Stadium. Arnson's got to get at least 3 here.
All right, here we go, Ole Arnson, 2 minutes. Starting now.
Yep.
Starting.
2 minutes for Arnson. Lifts this one, not going to be deep enough.
Herzog, party game.
Still zeros on the board for Ole Arnson. Got a lot of work to do in these final 60 seconds. And he just broke his bat. Quickly gets a new one.
Let's hear for Ole. Let's see if we can get one out. Or 2 or 10 or whatever. Let's go, Ole. Try to strike it out. 10. Broke his favorite bat.
Still trying to get a pitch he likes here. That one off the end of the bat. Under 30 seconds.
30 seconds, Ole. Let's go, buddy.
That one deep into left center. Not far enough. Down to 10. Arnson belted into left center. That one's short.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Arnson not able to leave the yard there in the second round. So it will fall onto the bat of Ryan Gardino. Needs to get at least 3 home runs here to tie Matt Bergevin and to force another swing off. Gardino also with 3 home runs in the first round. Who will meet up with Gabe Scoro in the finals? Will it be a pickle versus a gherkin, or will it be 2 pickles going at it? Two minutes on the clock for Gardino.
Ryan Gardino coming out hot.
Good rip in the left, but not deep enough.
Let's make some noise, Walker Stadium.
That one in the air to left. And Gardino has one. Opposite way. I couldn't see whether that one was out or not. This one, if it stays fair. Three to 2. He's got 2 right now, needs 1 more to tie. And still has over a minute left to work. This one into left. And we're all tied up as that one was gone. Starting to get a little tough to see once the ball goes into the outfield here at Walker Stadium. Nope, they took it back. It's 3 to 2. So Gardino needs 1 more home run in these final 30 plus. That one absolutely hammered into left center. That one off the top of the wall. This one has a chance. All tied up at 3. There we go. Now tied at 3. This one into left. Gardino needs just 1 more. Hits it high into left. No. Down to 5. All tied at 3. Last pitch here for Gardino. And we're going to get another swing off here, tied at 3 between Ryan Gardino and Matt Bergevin.
Yep, 30 seconds.
30 seconds each for the 2 hitters.
Just those 2, though, right? Yeah. 30 seconds.
Matt Bergevin with the most total home runs in this home run derby. 8 total dingers for Bergevin. But the performance he's having tonight, and obviously with being such a strong hitter for the Gherkins, probably a pretty good chance we'll see him in a Pickles uniform next year. We've seen it this season. Ole Arnson, Patrick Mouscot, who played for Wawa West League teams last year, got the call up to the Pickles. Bergevin could be another one of those guys. As we'll collect baseballs out on the field as we await this swing off to decide who will be heading to the championship round. Hi, Parker. Who will go up against Gabe Scoro in the final?
All right, Taylor. Coach Taylor going up one more
So here we go. 30 seconds on the timer for Matt Bergevin. Bergevin ready to roll. Here we go. 30 seconds. That one into left, but not deep enough. Five home runs in the first round, 3 in the second. Down to 10. Bergevin with a good rip, but not deep enough. Needs a home run here. Last swing here. That one belted into left. That one's short. Ryan Gardino's just got to get one to leave the yard, and he's moving on. Ryan Gardino looking to meet up with his teammate Gabe Scoro in the final round.
Let's hear Ryan Gardino, everybody. He's got to hit one home run to move on to the finals. A 1-minute speed round against Gabe Scoro.
Gardino. That one not deep enough. One or two more swings here. Gardino. That one's short. No home runs for either Ryan Gardino or Matt Bergevin. So we just do 30 seconds again.
We're going to give the title to Gabe Scoro, the only one who hit a home run in the Gabe Scoro may or may not be your brand new. I don't know why you're looking over there. Over here. What do you want, Gabe? Pickles juice drinking contest?
Well, unless they try to figure out who's going to win this round or how they're going to fix this, or so they're still trying to determine how they're going to settle this. Again, Gabe Scoro into the finals. Matt Bergevin and Ryan Gardino trying to figure out who will be moving on to the finals.
Are we doing 30 more seconds for these guys, or what's the plan? Do we know? Ross Campbell, Commissioner of Home Run Derby, what's the plan? 30 seconds? Do 30 more seconds. All right, Ryan Gardino. Cassidy, hit me with 21 names. Come on.
What? Oh. Bergevin.
Matt Bergevin, thank you.
Bergevin.
Bergevin. Sorry, Matt Bergevin. Cassidy really let me down on that one.
So I guess we're going to put 30 more seconds back on the clock between Bergevin and Ryan Gardino.
Let's see if we can get this kid in the final. Make some noise, Walker Stadium. Matt Bergevin, 30 seconds.
Bergevin, first rip, first pitch. That one will fly away. How about you make it 2? That one's short. Matt Bergevin, just short. Bergevin with a rip in the left, a moonshot. 2 home runs in 30 seconds for Matt Bergevin, looking to move on to the final. So 30 seconds for Ryan Gardino to get at least 2, 3 to move on.
Someone in the crowd just said this game is a pickle now, so.
Here we go for Ryan Gardino, 30 seconds. That one into center, not deep enough. Gardino, good rip but foul. A lot of work to do here in these final 5 seconds. And it looks like Matt Bergevin is going to move on to the final to take on Gabe Scoro. Gardino. That one's short. So it will be Matt Bergevin against Gabe Scoro to decide who wins the home run derby.
Hey, Jeremiah, what was your official score from that round?
I have no idea. I think they tied again. Did they each hit 3 again? Gardino hit 3, and Bergevin hit 2. Is that right?
Oh. So Matt Bergevin will be moving on.
Let's hear for Matt Bergevin and Ryan Gardino going to overtime to get to the finals here. Gabe Scoro.
At least it should be Matt Bergevin and Gabe Scoro. Seems to be a little bit of confusion down on the field.
Finals, no timer. The timer's up. 5 outs. You either hit him or you don't. And it's going to be Gabe Scoro against Ryan Gardino. Is that right? Yeah? I'm asking. I don't know. Cassidy is 0 help in this one. Is anybody in charge of this?
Hello, is this a soccer game?
Yes, we've officially gone to the big soccer game that Tucker Newell wanted us to call earlier.
Well, they're
First one to 5 goals. I mean,
Euro rules shootout.
Best of 5.
so each hitter will now get 5 swings. Gabe Scoro will step in first.
Let's hear it for Gabe Scoro, 5 outs to win the inaugural Walker Stadium Gherkins versus Pickles home run derby. Make some noise for him, Walker Stadium.
Scoro, first pitch into left.
1.
That's 1 for Scoro.
1 out.
By the way, it's 5 outs, not 5 swings. Okay, just to clarify.
a little bit of Scoro on the field.
3 outs. 1 home run, 3 outs. Make some noise, Walker Stadium.
Scoro,
4 outs for Mr. Portland Pickles himself.
1 more out for Scoro. Scoro into left center. That's not going to be deep enough. So 1 home run for Gabe Scoro.
2 to win from Wofford College, Ryan Gardino. University or college?
Well, I guess Ryan Gardino's going to hit here.
Let's make some noise for him. This is for all Marbles, folks. You've waited all this time. John Jensen's going to be Tommy Johns after this. Throwing a lot of pitches tonight. 1 out.
1 out. Well, 2 outs now.
Ooh.
That one. Gardino into left. The bat flip. That will fly away. And Ryan Gardino wins the home run derby, taking down Gabe Scoro.
All the pickles on a stick you could ever desire.
So Ryan Gardino wins it. Wins the home run derby as he takes down Gabe Scoro 2-1. Don't forget, actual baseball tomorrow night between the Pickles and the Gherkins, 7:05 first pitch. We'll see you back here at Walker Stadium tomorrow night, everyone.